Okay, we are live.
Well, let's start off with Smackdown.
I thought Smackdown was good, but I don't understand why Jinder won.
I can give you some insight on why Jinder won. Because WWE TV in India is on Sony 6. That's why. And also the House of Horrors match at the pay-per-view is not for the title.
I heard it is. I don't know. They said
it isn't.
They said it is before, and
if you go to the Wikipedia, it's not.
I don't know. Who knows?
And part of the reason they aren't doing that as a title match is because if Bray Wyatt were somehow to win, it would mean the world title would go over to Raw, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to have two world titles on one show. And I just got to say, fuck Jinder. I know I repeated myself a lot last night talking about Jinder Mahal, but fuck Jinder.
It's not.
Yeah. It's.
I don't know.
It has to do with the Sony 6 contract. That's what it is. That's why Jinder's the number one contender, and he's going to get slaughtered by Randy. Nice to see the Bollywood boys, though.
Yeah, I guess they're having a stable now. What were those 30?
We'll see how long that lasts. Where the hell was Nakamura last night?
He was there because he wrestled after. He wrestled
the dark match. Versus who?
Yeah, he was there.
Who did he wrestle the dark match?
I don't know, but he wrestled somebody. It was probably Ziggler again.
I do have to say that 6-pack challenge match was better than the one at WrestleMania with the women.
Yeah, the match was actually pretty good. Did you like the opening promos by Charlotte and Naomi?
Yeah, didn't bother me any.
They are rushing. Yeah, they're rushing right through this feud. 2 matches with these 2 back-to-back weeks. Do they give Charlotte the women's title next week?
I don't think they're going to do that till the pay-per-view. I think they'll have, since they like to do that 50-50 booking, I think Naomi retains, and then they set it up for Backlash.
They could. I think the other women could get involved during the match as well.
Yeah, and help Naomi.
Yeah. Do you see Becky Lynch?
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Do you think Becky helps
Ellsworth in the worst way?
Yeah. Do you think Becky helps Charlotte next week?
Well, if they're going to turn her heel, maybe.
They may make Charlotte the top baby face.
No.
Women are heels. So, Nina, Natty, and Carmella are the heels.
Carmella is the only heel that's a legit heel, though. You do have to say that. Carmella is a legit heel.
Yeah, and Tamina will be too.
But Natalya just can't do heel anymore, and I don't know why.
and they need a top. They need another big baby face on SmackDown. They only have two big baby faces right now, Becky Lynch and Naomi. Because Nikki's out, so that takes away a baby face. And Mickey
Maybe
James
they
is
bring
gone.
up Liv Morgan.
Maybe.
That they're gonna have to. And who in the blue hell was at Jobber last night?
I don't know. I thought that was supposed to be an open challenge. Owens.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be an open challenge too, and I thought it would make sense for it to be Mike Bennett.
Yeah, me too.
Or bring somebody up from NXT. Maybe Gargano. That would have made sense too. Or even Ciampa, because they do have history. Him and Kevin Owens do have history from Ring of Honor, so.
They're taping NXT tonight, so it's interesting if they use DIY tonight and how they use them tonight at the tapings. Tonight. They're taping until Takeover Chicago tonight, so
yeah,
we should find out hard for Takeover Chicago at the tapings.
Well,
tonight.
We already know the main event is going to be Hideo Itami and
Anthony Rude and Rude and Oscar and Ember Moon 2. Which I think they should save for Takeover Brooklyn, but they're not.
Well, no. What they'll do is they'll do the title change at Chicago, and then at Brooklyn they'll do Asuka send off probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. From everything that I've heard, Asuka's not coming up anytime soon.
Yeah.
So.
And she's 10 wins away from tying Goldberg's record.
Yeah, I think they'll keep her down there to break that record. And she's the longest reigning champion overall, too.
Yep. I thought AJ Styles and Corbin was a good match.
I didn't watch the match. I've already seen the match. I don't care.
It was good.
I could really care less. It's a match I've already seen.
What the hell are they doing to American Alpha?
Why didn't they move him over to Raw? Why?
At least they dropped the Shining Star gimmick. They're the Colognes now.
I wonder. Carlito did say he would come back
for the right money.
Oh, yeah, but he said he wants to manage his brother and cousin.
Yeah. I don't know why they are set out to ruin American Alpha. They should be the top tag team, not one losing 3 weeks in a freaking row. Hello? Hello? Where'd you go? Overall, I thought SmackDown was good. I'm thinking that they might give Charlotte the women's title next week. I don't know. I don't know why they're rushing through the Naomi Charlotte feud already. We're having matches back to back weeks. I'm actually thinking of a Backlash, another Naomi Charlotte match for the third one. Yeah, there are reports saying that Maria and Mike Bennett have signed with WWE, and he's gone.
Lost internet connection.
Oh. I was wondering what happened. You just disappeared.
Yeah, but right when my internet connection dropped, I was sending you a message on Facebook Messenger.
Oh.
Well, we can go back at it now.
I don't know why they're ruining American Alpha for.
I think they're going to break them up.
I
hate to say it. I think they're going to break Alpha up.
That's not really a good idea.
It's not, but as we know, Vince is a nut.
Yeah, Vince doesn't want to do a draft this year because he doesn't like the word draft now. How weird is that?
He doesn't like the word championship belt. He doesn't like the word wrestling. He doesn't like the word strap. He doesn't like the word title shot.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Did you like Raw for this past week?
Didn't bother me any. Didn't bother me as much as SmackDown did.
The ring exploded at the end of Raw. The third time they've done it now.
And how funny is it? All three times it's been Big Show.
Yep. Strowman.
It was Big Show, Lesnar the first time.
Yep.
It was Big Show,
Mark Henry
in 2011. Because I actually had to go on to Wikipedia yesterday and look up when that happened. Because I totally forgot. I know it was at a pay-per-view, and I know it wasn't the main event because Cena and Punk was the main event.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they did it to end the show, and you knew when they did it to end the show. Well, did you actually notice that they took all the LED stuff off?
Yeah. Did you see the freaking ref go flying? Jesus.
Yes. It looked like he got hurt.
Yes, it did.
I wonder if that was just the send-off for Big Show.
I don't know.
Because I guess he got when he finally got up after the show went off the air, I guess he got a big ovation.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be a good way to send Big Show off.
Yeah, Strowman stood up and yelled, and they're making it like this big monster.
I understand why Alexa Bliss won.
I do too. I was hoping they wouldn't have her pin Sasha Banks.
Yeah, but
I get. Yeah, it's a new feud, a new match. Alexa and Bayley, that's good. Should be a good match.
Is it gonna be Mickey and Nia?
They could do. I don't know.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Mickey and Sasha. I can tell you that.
It could be. It could be.
It won't be because they're two baby faces, and Vince doesn't like to do baby face because he doesn't like the crowd reaction.
He did babyface versus babyface on Raw with Jeff Hardy and Cesaro.
But Cesaro was kind of playing heel though.
Cesaro's Sheamus is one playing heel. Cesaro's playing the babyface. Let's play nice. Let's be respectful. Sheamus doesn't really want to be.
Are they turning Cesaro on Sheamus?
I don't know. But the Hardys are supposed to become broken after they lose the tag team titles at some point.
It ain't going to happen anytime soon, I can tell you that much.
That's the plan, for them to become broken after they lose the tag titles.
I guess TNA got into another lawsuit.
Yeah. They lost to that
AIO
company, yeah.
Yeah.
WWE's trying to pay them one lump sum of money to buy the gimmick, so they have the whole gimmick outright.
I hate to say it, they don't need the video packages from TNA. They don't, because the fans. What Vince doesn't get is a lot of the fans watch both products.
Yeah.
So we don't need that. We know who the Broken Hardys are.
Yeah.
Brother Nero.
Vince wants to Jeff Hardy versus Brock Lesnar at some point.
Well,
he wants to give Jeff a big main event push at some point.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say
he wants Jeff Hardy.
Every time I hear Jeff Hardy, I think of Jeff Harvey. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Jeff. That makes me laugh every time I think about it.
What the club versus Enzo and Kaz again is beyond me.
I don't know.
I get the revivals out now, so they're short a tag team. So that kind of screws
playing. Throw two guys together.
They could.
Because the other
I don't know who.
Revival could go on a good singles run while his partner's out. Maybe
they don't want to
the IC title.
They don't want to use him while his partner's out.
That's stupid. Let the crowd get used to him.
Yeah.
But I understand. I kind of understand that they probably don't want to build him into a babyface, and that's what they do. Dash would be the heel. Why the hell do we just keep randomly seeing the
the Drifter?
Yeah, the Drifter. He randomly shows up.
Yeah, the club walk by him backstage. Then he walks through Jericho's interview, and Jericho puts him on the list.
Well, I understand that segment, but why did they have the club walk past him?
I don't know.
I understand the Jericho thing because he wanted to put Mike Rome on the list.
Yeah.
Who he still thinks is Tom Phillips or Todd Phillips.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that every male backstage guy looks like Vince McMahon?
A little bit.
Same hair, same haircut.
A little bit, yeah.
And have you ever noticed that Dasha looks like a young Stephanie?
She does, kind of, yeah.
But she is the most robotic person I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Why couldn't you have switched her to Raw and brought over what's her face? Have the two good backstage people on
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because it is the shorter show, I get that. But still, Dasha is terrible.
Yeah.
She
What?
has no emotion.
Yeah. Why are they doing Miz and Ambrose again?
It's the other feud that will never die.
I think they give Miz the IC title back at Payback.
Yeah, I could see that.
Question is, do they reunite the Shield at some point down the road?
It'll be at some point before Lesnar Roman.
I think Strowman beats Reigns at Payback. It's gonna be a freaking ambulance match.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to. At one point, it did seem like it was going to be a stretcher match.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it could be that. Yeah.
But I don't know if the ambulance match makes more sense.
It's pretty much the same thing in a way.
In a way, it is. In a way, it isn't. Because the stretcher gimmick, you have to run the stretcher over a line.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last ambulance match?
Wait, wasn't that Cena?
No, it was Ambrose and Corbin.
Oh, yeah, right.
Where Ambrose goes out in the stretcher, he leaves for half an hour.
Yeah.
He comes back driving the ambulance.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Well, at least we know that Kevin Owens is retaining the title.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they even had to have that be a title match, to be honest with you. Because Jericho is leaving. Why not have it just be a regular singles match?
He gets his rematch, his contractual rematch.
Well, yeah, but shouldn't Bray Wyatt get the same thing?
He was at one point, but they changed it.
They changed it when he moved over to Raw. Because they didn't want, from everything that I can see, the reason that they changed it is because they don't want a chance where the SmackDown champion loses his belt to a guy on Raw.
Yeah. Yeah. This way, Orton can lose to Bray Wyatt without the title being on the line if they choose to do that. But I heard Finn Balor would get involved in the match. Somehow.
Yeah, and I got a gut feeling Bray Wyatt will get his shot at the Universal title at some point.
Yeah.
Probably after Balor does. Because Balor is still owed a title shot.
Yes, he is. And the main event of Backlash is going to be Styles and Owens for the U.S. title.
Yeah, because Lesnar's not back until June.
So at Backlash, the WWE title's not going to be the main event match.
No, it actually makes sense that it's not because of who is contending for the title.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to say it one last time. Fuck Jinder.
Yeah. I don't get...
It makes sense because of the Sony 6 thing in India. That's why.
Impact Wrestling is on Sony 6.
So is the WWE. Sony 6 is the biggest channel in India.
Yeah.
But Sony 6 owns a bunch of different stations. WWE in India is on like TN2 or something.
Yeah. I thought Anderson freaking killed Enzo on Raw. Wait, going to the freaking turnbuckle. Jesus.
Enzo always looks like he gets killed.
Yes, he does.
He looked like he got killed last week.
Yep.
Anytime he's with Anderson and Gallows, Anderson always tries to kill Enzo.
Yeah.
You
I have
killed
no idea.
Enzo, you bastard.
I have no idea who the Hardys dropped tag titles to. They
Well,
can wait.
I don't think they drop until SummerSlam, number one.
They can wait until the revival's back and.
I don't think they'll drop until after SummerSlam.
I don't know.
Until Dash comes back.
Because they can't wait that long to do the broken gimmick because.
Well, it may take that long for Impact to take the settlement, though. They might try to hold out for more money.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Very sad about Rosie.
Yeah, that sucks that Rosie died. Only at 47 years old.
Well, but 3 years ago, he did have heart failure, so.
Yeah.
It wasn't as big of a surprise as Umaga was.
There were some assholes on Twitter saying it should have been Roman Reigns instead.
Fuck him. Even though I am not the biggest Roman Reigns fan, I would never say that.
Yeah, me neither. Does Lana have a freaking strippers gimmick or something?
They're kind of taking a portion of what Emelina was.
Yeah.
Using it for. But why? Why?
Why
not keep her off TV until Rusev comes back?
Because they are splitting up Rusev and Lana.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know.
Unless they're gonna do something. Is Alexa Bliss's fiance still with the company?
Huh?
Is Alexa Bliss's fiance still with the company?
I don't know.
Buddy Murphy is her fiance.
He still wrestles in NXT.
Why not bring him up and pair him up with Alexa Bliss? That would make freaking sense.
You could.
But it wouldn't make sense now that she's on Raw. It would have made more sense if she was on SmackDown. Because SmackDown still needs people.
Yes, it does. That's why they're bringing Mike Bennett and Maria to SmackDown.
And according to Shelton Benjamin, he is not signed with WWE.
Yeah, not right now. He's not.
Well, no, when he went in for his medicals, and was and they found that injury. He wasn't even signed yet. So he went for pre-signing medicals. Normally they sign a guy and then they send him for medicals, which makes no sense. Which means to tell me that Shelton Benjamin is bullshitting the fans. He's trolling the fans.
Who knows?
Because number one, he's not as good as Jericho at it, because Jericho does it every single time he comes back.
Yes, he does.
Jericho has made a career of trolling the fans. Ever since Twitter's been a thing, he trolls the fans every time he comes back.
Yeah.
At least Josh Matthews is gone.
Yeah. But now it's gonna be the goddamn Pope.
Well, the Pope has gotten better. I have no problem with the Pope. The Pope doesn't drive me as nuts as he did 3 years ago.
JB's not that good.
JB is better than freaking Josh Matthews, though. You got to at least say that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to bring somebody in. They could call Mike Tenay. And Mike Tenay is damn good. I like Mike Tenay. But just don't put Don West back on commentary. He was terrible.
Yeah.
Even though he was the second commentator at the best time for Impact.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that was the third guy at the table back when Taz was there? What was his name? It was Tenay, Taz, and a third guy for a tiny bit. And then he got fired.
I don't know. I don't remember.
He was a guy from the Indies that would always call the moves by different names.
Yeah.
But I wonder if them bringing in WWE bringing back Booker T as an announcer will have anything to do with them pulling
I don't know.
fucking Mr. Drizzling shits off of commentary.
I don't know.
Dave Rotunga. Oh my god. I cannot believe they didn't. Now there's going to be no heel on SmackDown announce team.
Well,
Nope. They're turning JBL babyface.
Yeah, they're toning him down for the time being until the bowling thing.
The bowling thing will never be over until WWE takes him off commentary.
Yeah.
And they won't, because they won't bring anybody back that's worth a shit. The only guy that they could probably bring back, but he won't do it, is Taz.
Yeah.
Because Taz is the only announcer other than JR who's worth a damn, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or Tenay. Or Mike Tenay. And Mike Tenay is going to come up every time we talk about commentary because I'm just a Mike Tenay fan.
I don't know if he's still with Impact Wrestling or not.
He's not. Because all the production is ran by JB.
Yeah.
And he, at the production meetings back when Dixie was still in charge and Mike Tenay was there, he was the guy running the production meetings. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Just don't bring back Vince Russo. Whatever you do, TNA, don't bring back Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Because Vince Russo will kill everything you're trying to do.
Yeah. We'll see at the taping starting tomorrow what Impact Wrestling does with the announce team. And
the announce team is probably going to be Pope and JB.
Yeah.
Which Pope doesn't bother me anymore. He used to when he first started. But now he's a lot better than he was. And he's not calling suplexes souffles anymore.
Yeah.
That was annoying.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, TNA needs to bring in some more talent. They're not going to bring in any big names, I can tell you that much.
No, there's like no big names left they can bring in.
They could bring back in Mr. Anderson.
He's with ROH now.
But only for one show. Only for the show in Milwaukee.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. He's only advertised for the show in Milwaukee. Because I did see that yesterday. But as far as I can see, he's only advertised for the show in Milwaukee because it's 90 miles from Green Bay.
Yeah.
And he's from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yes, he is.
I do love that entrance though. That is still one of my favorite entrances.
It got old after a while since he started doing it in TNA, and it just got old after a while.
Oh yeah, but did you notice that anytime he did it in WWE, the weight was different?
Yeah.
It was never consistent. The weight was in TNA. It was always consistent. It was always the same. It didn't fluctuate.
Yeah.
And WWE gimmicks all the weights anyway. The guy isn't legitimately that weight. And Anderson and Daivari own a wrestling school in Minnesota.
Yes, they do.
Do you think Goldberg's going into the Hall of Fame next year?
Yeah, he'll be the headliner.
Who do you think the tag team's going to be?
I don't think they'll do Taker and Goldberg at the same Hall of Fame class.
No.
They'll wait to do that separately.
The
So
next time, if they go to Texas, they'll put Taker in. Because Taker will ask to go in his hometown. Or near it.
Yeah.
But who do you think the tag team's going to be? I've got two good options.
Who's that?
Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express.
Yeah.
Or Harlem Heat.
Yeah, they can go in. You could put in the Nasty Boys.
Nasty Boys will never go in.
Why?
They've got heat with the company.
Oh. You could
That's why after
Foundation. You could put in the Hart Foundation.
Not going to happen.
Why?
They have heat with Anvil. Because WWE is mad at him because of all the.
Put in the Dudley Boys.
The Dudley Boys. Next time they're in New York.
You have Paul Heyman and the Dudley Boys. That's a.
No.
Why? It makes perfect
Bully
sense.
Ray has heat still with Paul Heyman.
Oh, he does?
They never squashed the fact that when Bully Ray was running New York for ECW, he never got money from Paul for stuff to promote.
I think Daniel Bryan and Christian could go in next year.
Daniel Bryan, they will not put in for a couple of years yet.
Christian could go in next year.
It would have made sense for Christian to go in this year.
Yeah.
Because Edge was there. And Edge would be the only... Edge, maybe Jericho.
Yeah.
Would be the only two guys that I could think of to put Christian in.
Excuse me.
You want to know who I would have rather had put in DDP this year, other than Eric Bischoff?
No.
Kevin Nash.
No.
Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash would have made sense. But it was nice to hear Eric Bischoff's music because I love that music.
Yeah.
But they could. It would kind of make sense for them to put the Midnight Express in this year.
Yeah.
This coming Hall of Fame, just because they actually started in the Mid-South territory. That's where they were put together. So.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. They were put together in Memphis by the Jarretts. But if they were to put in the Midnight Express, who would induct them?
Jim Cornette.
Well, no, because if you put in the Midnight, Jim Cornette would go in because he was part of the Midnight Express.
You would think they'd put Jim Cornette in the Hall of Fame at some point.
Yeah, but I got a gut feeling he'll go in as part of the Midnight Express.
Maybe, yeah.
Because that's what he is more known for, is being the manager of the Midnight. Because when they put in Animal and Hawk, even though Hawk's dead, Paul Ellering went in with Animal and Hawk.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if they are going to put in the Midnight Express to put Jim Cornette in with them.
Yeah.
Because when they put in the Four Horsemen, they put in J.J. Dillon too. So I understand why they had JBL and Ron Simmons do the induct Teddy.
Yeah.
Booker T would have made more sense though,
Woman,
because there's a long history there.
Yeah.
But maybe Teddy goes. Maybe they won't put in Booker T and
Booker T's already in the Hall of Fame.
Well, yeah, but maybe they won't put in Harlem Heat
I don't know.
because they're waiting to put them in with Teddy, because Teddy was their manager.
Yeah, Sherry managed them. Jacqueline managed them.
Yeah, but that was actually Teddy's first management job.
Yeah.
Was that? But when Daniel Bryan leaves, who do you think is going to take his spot?
I don't know. Well, he wasn't there last night because Bree is due any time now. So
Yeah,
he wasn't there last night.
Well, number one, now WWE can't freeze his contract again. Because the reason he still had time left on his contract after he came back to be GM, or before he came back to be GM, was because WWE freezed his contract because he was injured.
Yeah, they can freeze it when they're not using you, or when you're injured. When you're not on TV, they can freeze it.
Yeah, so he may just run out his contract and go work for New Japan. Because New Japan has lost 2 guys in the last couple of months.
I don't think Bree wants him to wrestle again.
Yeah, but
he's having a baby, so I think he should focus on the baby and not even worry about wrestling again.
But he wants to wrestle. He stated that. And New Japan would take him in a heartbeat just because they've lost 2 big names in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
They've lost Hama and Shibata. Both to career-ending injuries. And Shibata's injury was terrible.
Hello? Who goes in for a woman next year?
It ain't gonna be AJ. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Mickey's still wrestling, so I don't think it'll be her.
No, it won't be Mickey. She'll go in after her 3-year contract is up because she signed for 3 years. So
it should be China, but it won't be China.
it might be because Stephanie did say after China died last year that China was on the fast track.
Yeah.
But I don't think so either. It could be.
I would say they could put in Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria would have. I don't think fans would have been as pissed off if Victoria would have went in this year as they were with Beth.
Miss Elizabeth could go in. She should have gone in with freaking Macho Man. I don't know what the issue is with that. If there's some kind of issue with Miss Elizabeth going in, or
I think they'll put Miss Elizabeth in time because they're trying to put more of the people that are. When it comes to the women, they're trying to put more people that are alive in right now.
I know they're running out of.
It's not posthumous.
They're running out of big time women to put in.
They still got Mickey. They still got Victoria, Ivory.
I don't know if they ever put Ivory in or not.
Molly.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they put Molly Holly in or not, but they could, yeah.
They've still got 4 people that are still alive that they could put in. Mickey, Victoria, Ivory. Oh God! Don't put. Oh God! I just thought of somebody else. Brock Lesnar's wife.
They could put Sable in.
But I don't think that's ever going to happen because Sable is still on bad. Even though Lesnar's is good with WWE, Sable's not.
Yeah, they never talk about Sable or mention Sable in any way whatsoever.
Because Sable sued the WWE for sexual harassment back in the day. I think I don't know if it was Vince who was in that suit or if it was Kevin Dunn. It was one of the two. Vince McMahon was named in the suit, but I don't think she was suing Vince. I think she was suing Kevin Dunn.
Other people have come back that have done worse before. So it's not like it hasn't happened before.
Yeah, but with the fact that she sued, and there was only 2 people in those creative meetings that were backing Sable. It was Vince and Kevin Dunn. Mainly Kevin Dunn. That were Sable's backers. Everybody else hated Sable. Jim Cornette hated her with a passion.
Yeah.
But he loved Sonny. He loved Sonny. Because he's the one who found Sonny in the first place.
Yeah.
When she was still dating Candido. Chris Candido.
Yeah.
And I think Sonny at one point was married to Chris Candido. I think.
Yeah.
I think she was. I know they were.
I know they at least dated. I know they at least dated for some time.
For a very long time. Just Chris Candido's the one that actually got Sonny in the business in the first place.
Yeah.
But Jim Cornette is the one that found it and got her signed by WWE. A lot of big names came out of Smoky Mountain.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. Do you know who originally found Big Show?
No.
Jim Cornette.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He was shown a video of Big Show when he was still training, but he didn't send it to Vince quick enough. Because then Hogan saw that same video and got Big Show signed to WCW.
Yeah.
As a big baby face for a big time guy for Hogan to go after before he turned to heel. Which is still one of the greatest heel turns ever. Hogan's somebody nobody thought would ever go heel.
Yeah.
Is WWE ever going to bring Hogan back?
At some point, they're using Hogan in the new WWE Network promo.
Yeah. Well,
eventually they'll bring him back.
Yeah, but it would have made sense to bring him back at WrestleMania. He was in fucking Orlando.
With Paige's sex tape leaking and that with everything else,
but still, all that stuff's blown over. And he was in Orlando to begin with. He was at his beach shop opening.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he was only at his beach shop till 5.
Signing autographs and stuff.
So why not jet him
like $200 a pop
over to the arena, over to the stadium, which Vince also had a problem with Camping World Stadium. With the name.
Why did it called the Citrus Bowl? What do you want?
Because that's what it. The last time that they were there, that's what it was called. It hadn't switched over to the Camping World Stadium yet. It was still the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
But, well, at least it's not like Hogan calling the Superdome the Silverdome.
Yeah.
I will never forget that. That was funny.
I think Hogan will be brought back eventually. Don't know what role he'll have, but he'll be back eventually.
GM.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to take Brian's spot. They may just let Shane run
SmackDown. No, we don't want more wrestling with Shane because Shane will put himself in another program.
He just run SmackDown live by himself without a GM.
No, Vince won't allow him to because there needs to be a check and balance. There needs to be checks and balances.
They could have Edge fill in for Brian while he's gone. I think that's possible.
I don't know if Edge wants to be on TV every week, though. Kurt Angle would have made the most sense. Just, he does have history with Stephanie, but he has more history with Shane.
Yeah.
The person that has the, if Jericho wanted to come back for a longer period and didn't want to travel with his band, the Raw GM that would have made the most sense would have been Jericho.
Yeah.
Because of the history. But I wouldn't mind seeing. I know people are gonna hate me for this, but Eric Bischoff would be cool. But I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
Eric Bischoff.
Bischoff doesn't want to come back full time, traveling on the road.
Yeah, but there is going to be a new table for three with him, Cornette, and JBL.
Yeah.
That was shot over.
That should be good.
Yeah. But I wonder if they're going to do a documentary for Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express.
Don't know.
Because, well, they won't be going to North Carolina anytime soon, so the only place that would make sense to put in the Midnight Express would be Louisiana.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't work there for long. But it makes the most sense because with all the stuff in Carolina with the bathroom bill in North Carolina, that didn't happen. I wonder if they go back to Georgia. Because if they don't put Goldberg in this year,
think they will.
They might not.
I think they
might
will.
not.
Since
Because
it's so close to Atlanta, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but Atlanta, if they ever did do another WrestleMania in Atlanta, which I think they will be, because Atlanta's new football stadium is opening this year. So in the next few years, they probably will be going back to Georgia to do a WrestleMania. So they might hold back Goldberg.
Because Goldberg doesn't go in next year. I don't know who the headliner would be next year if Goldberg doesn't go in next year. Unless it's The Rock. Other than that.
Rock would be Miami or New York.
Because The Rock will go in at some point, too.
Who isn't in that would be a big headliner?
There's three really big headliners left right now. They got Goldberg, Undertaker, and The Rock. There's three huge headliners left.
Do they have somebody that's passed away that's a headliner that they could put in?
Some people would say Owen Hart, but
who?
I really can't think of anyone else. I really can't.
Jesse Ventura would never go in. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, CM Punk would be a headliner, but they won't put him in.
Yeah. Christian wouldn't be a headliner.
Well, not really.
Kurt Angle was a headliner this year. Vern Gagne went in already. Hogan's in already.
Kane could be a headliner. Big Show. Well, when he goes in eventually,
he might be going in next year. You never know.
I don't think they want to rush Big Show going in that quick.
Well, they aren't going to rush Kane that quick either, because Kane's going to be the guy that inducts the Undertaker.
Yeah, that's true. Yikes.
Rest in peace, Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Because if Paul Bearer was still alive, even though he looked really bad in that picture he took with Lawler, right before he died, he took that picture with Lawler,
Yeah.
and he looked terrible. He looked white as a ghost.
I don't know who else would be a headliner.
Is there anybody from WCW left?
Lex Luger.
Luger's in such bad shape, they got to put Luger in at some point.
Sting's in there. Hogan's in there. Booker T is in there.
Hall's in there. Nash is in there. Macho Man's in there.
Only one big name left in WCW is Goldberg.
They could put Eric Bischoff in. He would be a headliner.
He's not a headliner though.
WWE could spin him as a headliner. They could spin him as a headliner.
They wouldn't put him as a headliner.
DDP's in. Nash, Hogan, Hall, Brett. Harlem Heat's not in. Harlem Heat wouldn't be a headliner though.
Is it really that low on headliners? They will be in the next 5-10 years.
Who could they put in from the 80s that would be a good headliner? Flair's in.
Steamboat's in. Andre Giant's in.
Is Big John Studd in?
I think so.
What about?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. What about? What about Ron Simmons?
I thought he was already in. I
No.
don't think
Oh yeah. Ron is in. JBL's not. What about JBL?
I don't think they will now because what's going on with them right now with the bowling and everything else.
Well, yeah, I could see that. But JBL would be a headliner though.
Maybe.
The Funks are in.
The Freebirds are in. The Von Erichs are in.
Who's a big name from Texas? Dusty's in. DiBiase's in.
Ultimate Warrior's in.
Warrior's in.
Big Boss Man's in.
Rest in peace, Boss Man. Rest in peace, Warrior.
Piper's in.
Rest in peace, Piper. Would Umaga be considered a headliner?
Who?
Umaga?
Oh, it depends which gimmick he went in and as.
Okay. Are the Wild Samoans in?
Yeah.
Okay. Rocky Johnson's in. So is his dad. So is his grandpa. So is Rock's grandpa. The First Hall of Famer was Andre.
Andre was the first ever one inducted.
Yeah, I know. Vince, when he's ready to go in, would be a headliner.
Yeah, Triple H is gonna be a headliner when he goes in. Are they gonna put Shane in?
I wouldn't be surprised with how vain the McMahon family is.
And Stephanie as well.
Stephanie, maybe not. Jackson.
Bobby Brain Heenan's in, I think.
Yeah, Bobby Heenan is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he went in with Mean Gene Okerlund. That's right.
Yeah, didn't Okerlund induct Bobby?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Crazy ass Bob Backlund's in.
Yep.
His speech went on for an hour, I heard.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik is in. Sheiky Baby. I love Sheiky Baby, though.
We could put in Rob Van Dam.
He wouldn't be a headliner, though. Would he be considered a headliner?
I don't know.
Well, if they're gonna put ECW guys in, there's one name from ECW that means more than
Paul Heyman would be a freaking headliner.
No. Paul Heyman will never go in because of his heat with Stephanie.
No, he'll go in at some point.
He doesn't have heat with Vince, but he has heat with Stephanie.
Lesnar's a headliner.
Yeah, that ain't happening anytime soon, though.
Yeah. Cena would be a headliner when he goes in eventually down the road.
That may never happen.
No, Cena will go in the Hall of Fame at some point.
Yeah, that may never happen because Cena's one of those guys that might die in the ring.
Yeah. I don't think Sabu or Sandman.
No, I was thinking Taz.
Taz, yeah, you never know.
Because what about Tommy Dreamer?
It's possible. He's on good terms, but with WWE, so.
But would he be considered a headliner?
No.
There would be no headliners from ECW. Rob Van Dam could be considered a headliner.
Yeah.
Because he did win the WWE Championship, so he would be the only guy. Other than Paul Heyman, who has horrible heat with Stephanie. AJ is not going to have a long enough run. I can tell you that much.
They'll put AJ in.
I highly doubt they will.
They will.
Because his run is going to be so short. His run will be 3 to 4 years at max. AJ would be, if they were to put AJ in, but I don't think they will because they don't own all the video library. for AJ. So
They could always buy it
they won't.
if they really wanted to.
They won't buy it from Jeff Jarrett. Vince still has heat with Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett might be a headliner, but I don't think
No.
he'll ever go.
WWE is a Jeff Jarrett free zone. Vince has terrible heat with Jeff Jarrett. Over Jarrett holding him up for money.
I could see that. I could see them putting in Rhino on one day.
Okay, yeah. Rhino could be a headliner. Because he's worked for all three companies.
He's worked for WCW, ECW,
WWE,
TNA. Yeah, he worked.
They won't talk about TNA though. Rhino's had a few runs in TNA. He was NWA World Champion at one point.
Yeah.
He could be a headliner. Rhino could be a headliner.
Maybe.
But I don't think they'll ever come up near Michigan again. That's the only thing.
They should put the Smoking Guns in as a tag team.
Oh, God, no. Fuck Bob Holly.
Bart Gunn and Billy Gunn. The Smoking Gun.
Billy Gunn will go in as part of the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
That's what he's more known for.
Yeah. DX will go in at some point, too. As a group.
Which version? Sean?
One big group, I'd imagine.
But the one big group was never...
I know they weren't. Well,
they were never actually together.
They were all together on Raw at one time, but yeah, they weren't. Yeah.
So would they put in the Triple H and Shawn group, or the?
They had to include China in that, because China was part of DX as well.
Yeah, but they're only going to put China in once.
They could put the NWO in as well if they wanted to.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, but that ain't happening as long as Vince is alive, though. Because Vince still has animosity towards Hogan for that. Even though Vince has put all three guys into the Hall of Fame, he still has huge animosity towards Hogan for that, though. Because when Hogan went to WCW in the first place, he reneged on part of his release. If you remember.
Yeah.
God, who would be another headliner?
I don't think there is.
Maybe Arn Anderson?
He's not in yet?
He's not in as a single. He's in as part of the Horsemen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Flair, yeah, that's the Flair's in twice, yeah.
Triple H will be in 3 times.
That's very possible, yeah.
He'll be in as part of DX. He'll be in as himself. And he'll be in as part of, what about Batista?
He'd be a headliner.
Orton would be a headliner.
Yep.
I can't believe we forgot about Orton.
That won't be for a while, though. He's not done.
Orton's getting close to the end.
No, he wants to go for another 5-10 years, he said, so.
If his body holds up.
He's been pretty healthy over the years. So.
He's injury prone. If he pops that shoulder out one more time, his career is over.
Oh, yeah, the shoulder thing.
And he's also had a bunch of concussions, too. He's had 2 very bad concussions in the last 2 years, 2-3 years. The one from Lesnar, and then and then he had one a year before that. That was really bad. But the really bad one he had a year or so before that, he was back within 3 or 4 weeks, if I remember.
Yeah.
But if he hurts his shoulder one more time, his career is over. Well, and he's also got a neck thing too. Even though Orton wants to wrestle 5 to 10 more years, Orton's body won't let him.
Eventually, he'll be part-time, like Cena is. He'll
He already is technically part-time. Even though he's working a full-time schedule right now, he technically is part-time.
He still does house shows and every once in a while, so he still does house shows here and there.
Yeah, but so does Cena, though. So you really can't say
Randy Orton's working more dates than Cena is right now.
Well, yeah, but Cena's going off to shoot movies and other crap, so. But Orton would be a headliner. Batista would be if he could. If he could eat his feelings for Triple H and Stephanie.
If Batista would stop bashing WWE and shut his mouth, he might go in.
Well, but Batista does have good points, though.
Yeah.
What he said that Stephanie and Triple H didn't think that Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be a huge movie. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah. They're making a third one. They're doing a third one.
Yeah. But I can tell you one guy that'll never be in the Hall of Fame, no matter what.
Who?
Ryback.
Oh, God.
Because he just continuously bashes the company.
Yes, he does.
He just continuously bashes the company.
This guy's an idiot.
I hope nobody listens to his podcast. He's one guy I don't think should have a podcast, and the other guy is Vince Russo. Because as of now, all Vince Russo's podcast is a way to stooge himself. Because he stooges himself every time he talks. And it's from that concussion he got when he was wrestling in WCW. If you can call what he did wrestling.
Well,
Didn't he get a concussion from Goldberg?
Huh?
Didn't Vince Russo get a concussion from Goldberg?
I don't know. Waller said that Andy Kaufman should be in the Hall of Fame.
He will be one. If they do put in a celebrity, he'll be one of them. Bob Barker will be one of them, and Cyndi Lauper will be one of them. Those are the last 3 celebrities that they could put in, and then just close the celebrity wing, because there's nobody else that actually deserves it. Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Those are the 3 names that deserve it. Bob Barker and Jericho still is my favorite superstar celebrity interaction. The Price is Raw. Oh, God, that was so great.
Yeah.
Jericho wins a car and doesn't get it.
Well, I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
I think any other Hall of Fame headliners.
Well,